Hello, 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 everybody. Oh, I was beginning to think this was not going to work out the way it's supposed to today. But here we are, live again. And I've got some exciting stuff to show you. I got my swaps, and I'm so very excited about that. All right. So, just as a reminder, every month we have make and takes that you can get for free by putting in a $35 purchase. You have to use the host code, which is currently on your screen or in the description below as well, in order to get the make and takes. So, this is Harmony Stamps with Michelle, and I'm Michelle Barnes, and I'm coming to you from Pueblo, Colorado. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and these are the April make and takes. We are coming to a close on those, and then we will have the May make and takes coming up very soon. So, in order to get the April make and takes, you just need to make a purchase of $35 or more, again, using that host code before shipping and taxes. Make sure I can see how to reach out to you, your address, and all that good stuff in order to send you those make and takes. We did use the Nature Sweetness Suite for this, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that banner, and then we can get on for the good stuff. So the new catalog is launching. It's launching on May 1st, on Wednesday. I am excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to be getting my order in right bright and early, and for the other stuff that I wasn't able to get on the pre-order. And so for that, I'm super duper excited. All right, so let's just quickly go back and refresh. The last chance product sale is still going on. To see what's available, go to menu, and then specials, and then last chance products. And if you are like me and don't want to look at 6 to 9 pages, select this 90 right here. And then you go from 9 pages to less, probably 3. Let's scroll down and find out. Sorry, 3. Yep, yay. Okay, so this is just all of the products that are going to be gone by the end of tomorrow night. As soon as that clock turns to dark 30, all of these products are going to be gone from the website and no longer available to purchase from Stamping Up unless they come back in a clearance rack refresh, right? I also personally like to sort them by what's retiring and currently low inventory. That way I know what is in danger of being gone. Although at this point it doesn't matter much because everything's in danger of being gone if it's not purchased by tomorrow night. But these are things that will be gone before then if they sell out before that point. And it's not a ton of stuff, but it's still stuff. Oh, that lasting label punch. I didn't see that here before, but the double oval was already there and the stitch with whimsy dies. So some things have moved off of this into the gone, and some have come onto this list as items that are low inventory and might not make it to the end of tomorrow night. But there's still lots and lots of products available until the end of tomorrow. Some of them are discounted, and the best way you can see the discounted stuff is to sort from newest, which is what it defaults to price low to high right there. And it starts with the very lowest things, and it'll show you if it's on sale by sale and how much money it's on sale for versus how much it normally is. There is still quite a lot of stuff that's on sale. So, again, take advantage of that if those are things that you want. I can't believe this isn't gone already. The More Dazzling. Oh my gosh, it was such a good paper. All right. Sorry, detour. Squirrel. But there is quite a bit that is on sale and pretty good sales too. Oh man, those very vanilla note cards and envelopes, when they're gone, they're gone. I don't know why they're getting rid of the very vanilla stuff. Not all of it, but more of it than we would have expected, that's for sure. And those medium very vanilla envelopes, again, when they're gone, although they may show back up on the clearance rack at some point in the future, probably at least 6 months out, if not more. I'm not going to go through every page, but you get the gist, right? Great. Okay, let's once again remind ourselves of this starter kit special. So, starting midnight on May 1st, so the very beginning of May, we have an amazing starter kit special that's showing up. So, every starter kit is costs $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. You get to choose $125 a product, and it can be anything that any demo can order, whether it's a pre-order item or already available. Although there won't be any pre-orders on May 1st, it'll just all be available. It's still you'll be able to order anything that is in the catalog and or continuing as long as it's in inventory. We have stock of it in place. But for the entire month of May, you get this amazing offer as well. And that adds an $82 value on top of the $125 that you choose. You'll get these four products in your kit. And it does include business supplies, including catalogs. All right, you'll get the in color ink Stampin' Pad bundle. So we'll have that Shy Shamrock, the Petunia Pop, the Peach Pie, the Summer Splash, and the Pretty in Pink. You'll also get a pack of the in color cardstock 8.5 by 11. So you'll get, I think it's four each of those five colors. You will get the 2024-2026 in color 6x6 designer series paper. You'll have to buy the others. And you may have to buy more of this too, because it's pretty good. I really like the designs this year. And you will also get the new in color Stampin' Write markers. Together, they value $82 on top of that $125, and all your spending is $99 plus tax. And then every purchase you make after that, as long as you remain a demonstrator, is going to be discounted at least a minimum of 20%. That to me is an absolute no brainer. One other thing to mention. So, I think May 2nd is the last day. So if you go ahead and get this starter kit, and on May 1st, you'll have until the end of May 2nd to also sign up for something called Creativity Now, which is something for just demonstrators where we get a chance to play with new product that's coming in the next catalog, which means we get to pre-order it, if you get my drift. And it's $35. There is an online place where we would go and have cards pre-designed, and we would just use the products that we purchased to make those cards or any alternatives we want with them. I can tell you it is a suite that we'll get to pre-order, and it is a good one. Especially if you like birds. Like my sister really loves this suite. I love it too. And it's perfect for Christmas, just so you know. That's one other little thing. So if that's something you think you might want to be able to pre-order before everybody gets to pre-order it, which won't be until August, then maybe you might want to join Wednesday or Thursday and be sure and sign up for that Creativity Now right as before the end of May 2nd. And if you need help with any of that, I will be more than happy to help you, even if it's just helping you select that $125 in product for your starter kit. I can help you make the best and most of it to meet your needs. All right, let's go ahead and remove that from our screen. We're going to be looking at cards made from the pre-order. And there was also one set that was not in the pre-order, but some demonstrators were able to get it on stage. All right, let's get started. So let's start with the most popular one. This really is no surprise to me, but it is what it is. So the there's this suite. I really should probably. All right. One moment. I should have my screen up so I can tell you what the suite is. We'll get there. It's not Unbounded Love, but it's Unbounded Beauty. That's what it is. Yes, it's the Unbounded Beauty suite. Is the one that I received the most card swaps from. And it is a mega suite because it has two bundles and it has two pieces or paper, one designer series paper and a specialty paper. All right, so let me quickly get this up on my screen so that I can, because I can't show you this, unfortunately. I can show you the cards made from it, though, and that's what we're going to do. Are you excited? I am. Okay, let me move that out of the way, and then I'll get the cards. Now, there are other cards that use some of the product, especially the Unbounded Love dies and stamps. But here is from, let's see, Darla Watson. Isn't that so pretty? That paper is gorgeous. And then she used the Unbounded Love dies to make this fun little label. She used the in color matte dots that were part of the suite, and she used the pearl pink and white striped ribbon, all new product, and really, really pretty. It looks like Berry Burst. All right. And then this one is from Karen Titus, a very well-known Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I really like her cards a lot. So again, she used two pieces of the paper, and this is Petunia Pop in color and the Petunia Pop bordered ribbon. And then she did use the hexagon punch and stamped "You're the best." Oh, and this is a bit of a fun fold. Let's go ahead and look at that. I haven't pulled any of these out yet, so so this is, oh, that's a interesting, that's different. I may have to like play with that. All right, thank you, Karen. All right, this one is from Alejandra Gomez. And she also used the hexagon uh, punch and those brushed brass butterflies, Petunia Pop for a nice little flag, that paper, and that's the glimmer specialty paper. And she die cut some of the leaves to go with this Petunia Pop flower from the stamp set. That's really pretty as well. This one is Rachel Trout, and she used the Unbounded Love. She kept these two together, so when you run this one through your stamp cut and emboss, it cuts the inside and the outside all at the same time. She used the eyelet embossing folder from the Take Flight, I think it is, suite. And then, but she used the paper, and then she used the shimmer gems, the in color shimmer gems, and the Petunia Pop bordered ribbon. And it looks like this paper, nope, that's from this suite too. So good job, Rachel. Thank you. And then this one is from Holly Pedersen. And again, she used the paper. This is the So Swirly embossing folder. You remember those big embossing folders? And then she used the Summer Splash bordered ribbon and used Summer Splash for the leaves and Petunia Pop for a label behind the label. Lots of fun. And then Pretty in Pink is what she used for the embossed bit. Nice, nice. This is from Rhea Hugh. And like how she has these two strips of that paper. This is the, looks like exposed brick embossing folder on the Petunia Pop. And the card base is that Summer Splash with a little bit of Summer Splash bordered ribbon, those Unbound Love dies, and the Happy Birthday sentiment. This is from Judy Tuttle, and very nice. She used the Summer Splash again, the designer series paper. This is the distressed quatrefoil, I believe, embossing folder. And look at this collage of flowers. She's got the leaf base, the flower in the Petunia Pop, and then the stamped floral image, along with those Unbounded Love dies for the label. Just so pretty. And then a nice wrap of that Petunia Pop. I think I need to open this one because I know Judy. She definitely is gonna, yeah, look at that. She did a double matte on the inside. She put the Petunia Pop in there and then the basic white along with that fun stamped image and a little strip of that designer series paper on the bottom. Great job, Judy. Thank you. Then we have Sandy Carlson, who made this peach pie version. I think this is the first one with the very strong in that peach pie. So she used the peach pie border ribbon, the Unbound Love dies. She also used the postage dies for that basic white layer behind the designer series paper. There's two. Probably this is the front and that's the back, and then she used the ribbon to kind of cover that border up, which is really nice. Thank you, Sandy. And this one I did I did it on camera with you guys shortly after I got all of these products home after I got back from on stage. And I do love that glimmer paper. Oh, I'm going to be using more of it. I've got both the petunia pop, and then I also have the little bit of the flowers. So the base of the flower, the bigger one is the petunia pop, and the light one is the pretty in pink. And I did use those matte in color gems and did some die cuts, as well as used a couple of pieces of that designer series paper. Oh, tell me which one's your favorite. It's so hard to choose. All right, I'm gonna put those aside, and then we're gonna get into the next most popular suite. Um, let me. Where are we? Sweets. Let's go by sweets. Let's start by saying new catalog. That's the one. All right, and then I'm going to go price. It just makes it easier for this for the sweets because they're named by the paper, and I don't have them all memorized anymore. I did in the beginning, but I haven't been playing with them as much. So this is the Thoughtful Journey Suite using the Thoughtful Wishes bundle. There are also two papers, a DSP and a specialty paper. Okay. So those are the dies and the stamps and all of the goodness. And these are the cards. Oh, well, there's the dies. Let's look at those. Yep. Okay. Dies and stamps, and now the cards. Let me put this out of my way. Oh, look at this one. Look at the glimmer paper from the last one. It's also using the in color designer series paper. That's one of those things that you can get in your starter kit that comes with the extra stuff. You can also order more in your starter kit if you really like it. She also used the eyelet embossing folder from the Take Flight. I think it's called Take Flight. Well, let me not guess. It is Take to the Sky suite. That has that eyelet. Wait a minute. Is it? No, it's not the Take to the Sky. It is the Country Woods. Yeah, the Country Woods suite has that eyelet embossing folder. She also used the in color shimmer gems and that glimmer paper petunia pop. And this is Lynn Streifert. All right. This is Lynn Feldkamp, and she used that amazing. Oh my gosh, the Thoughtful Journey paper. It's a very watercolor, very scene-based 6x6 paper. On the back, she used the So Swirly embossing folder. Those folders are so awesome. She used the petal pink and white striped ribbon pack, combo pack. She used the gems from the Take Flight. Those are the smoky slate and gray granite, I think, gems. And good job, Lynn. Thank you. All right, and then this one is Leslie Bumgarner. And again, she used a different sheet of that designer series paper. She's using the last year's in color glossy dot gems. And she also used that So Swirly embossing folder. And she's using the wild wheat and with heartfelt sympathy. It's, I actually do need to make a sympathy card. I hate it when I have to, but all right, our next card. This one didn't tell me who they are. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I already double checked all the ones that didn't. Yeah, nobody. I have no idea who did this one. So if it's you, let me know. assuming you watch my video. All right, so this is one of the dies as a part of that Thoughtful Journeys bundle. This die was cut from the Unbounded Love, that first suite, as well as this little flower, and it's using the In Color Shimmer Gems, which are also from that first suite that we looked at, but it's using another different sheet of that Designer Series paper along with the Petunia Pop to mat it over on the Boho Blue. This one is Sandy Carlson, and she's using the Everyday Detail dies to create a frame, a kind of a 3D frame because it's coming out of the frame, which is kind of nice in a couple of spots. It's kind of like in the acting world, breaking the fourth wall, right? Also a sympathy card and using that beautiful paper from the Unbounded Beauty suite. Yeah, Unbounded Beauty Suite, but she's using the dies. Is it just the dies or also the stamp? Let me look. Oh, I wonder where that sentiment came from. But those dies are from the Thoughtful Journey. All right, so here is the Thoughtful Journey, a different scene cut with the postage dies. Thank God those are carrying over. I still can't believe they didn't carry over the Thoughtful Expressions ones. Meh, not happy with Stampin' Up for that one. She's using Basic Beige as the matte layer and the Basic Beige bordered ribbon. Oh, such a cute little bow. That is really adorable. And she's using that specialty paper for these leaves. I don't know if you can kind of see. So it's a fantastic use of that specialty paper. Since you only get 3 sheets, you got to make use of them. And then this is, what are those called again? The adhesive backed pearl trio that came with this suite for the embellishment as well. And it looks like Lost Lagoon. No, Peacock. Pretty Peacock is the card base. Thank you, Lynn Streeper. All right, Kim Williams has done this card, and she again used a different sheet from that Thoughtful Journey paper. That is going to be a very popular paper, I am 100% sure. And looks like we're doing Balmy Blue for our card base and our matte layer. And what I love here is that she has done the negative. So she die cut the image. And probably use that on something else. But now we have the negative in this beautiful little rectangle. She also used that pearl, or excuse me, petal pink and white striped pack, and she used the pearl embellishments as well. Good job, Kim. And this is the one that I did, again on camera with you guys, early days, like early in April when I got my stuff. Actually, that might have been late in March when I got my pre-order stuff. But again, I used actually the same paper as this card, but I cut it down a little bit more. And I used that Petunia Pop backing and Petunia Pop ribbon and those pearl trio embellishments on Pretty in Pink along with, and I appreciate you and I do love this stamp. And in this case, I actually used the Stampin' Right markers to have the colors of the flowers and the leaves and stems be different. All right, that's the cards I have for now from the Thoughtful Journey suite. And our next suite that we're going to focus on is the Take to the Sky suite. So this suite has this fun, awesome bundle, the Adventurous Sky, and there's all the dies cut out and the stamped images, of course. Let's put those away and then get the cards. The best part, right? Okay, this one was from Julie Beltramo. And look at that. So she's got that metal embossing folder, which I think is perfect when you're talking about planes, because obviously we're dealing with metal. Hey, Jen, I do too. There's so many good ones in here, and I've got more coming, but they'll probably be another week or so out. And then of course I'm going to be doing an unboxing with the stuff we weren't able to get later this week. But look at this. She used it looks like Night of Navy for the body of the plane, and it looks like Pebbled Path for the wing structure and the engine cover, and then looks like basic black for the propeller. And she did use the trinkets, the industrial trinkets that go with this suite. She used it with the smooth side up, whereas I've been using it the other way, and we'll see that as we go. And then you're the best, plain and simple. And then this is the same page of paper. Looks like most of us went for this paper if we were using the DSP. And this might be a fun fold. Let's look. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a fun fold. Oh, I love it. All right, so this opens up that way, and this is the nesting essential dies, and she did use the cloud stamped and dyed. And look at that. That is so fun how that works together. Great job, Julie. Okay, this is a Lynn Feldkamp, a different card from her. We had the opportunity to sign up for one or more, up to 3, I think. I only did 2, so I've only got about 40 cards to share with you today, besides the ones that I did on my own. All right, so again, she used that same cloud paper. That page of paper is going to be very, very popular. And I love how she used the So Swirly embossing folder on this little piece of cardstock, and then just a simple happy birthday down there and the plain stamped. And then on the inside, she added the medium sized plain, which is pretty awesome as well. Good job, Lynn. All right, and then we have Kelly Shooty. All right. And it's fun. Okay, so she didn't use the DSP, and who can blame her, because we were only able to get like at most 3 packages of it. So those of us that shared the actual paper, we were being generous indeed. So she used, looks like balmy blue for the body of the plane, and I would say pecan pie for the wings, engine housing, and outer wheels. And it looks like maybe um, gray granite for the propeller. She's got a little clouds in the white, and then she stamped clouds. So this looks like Night of Navy on boho blue, and then it looks like black on a basic white. This is definitely a slightly different fold than what I'm used to. Let's see if I can get into this one easy. Oh my goodness. But good job, Kelly. Oh, ooh. I'm glad I opened this one. That's a window sheet. Look at this. I now have even more ideas. But so she must have done this with stays on the clouds on the window sheet, because that's where, okay. I may not be able to get it back up again. There we go, a little bit there. So you can see that's a window sheet over the boho blue, and then the plane and clouds are attached on top of that. And then on the inside, she did a little blending, and then it looks like she also used her blends to add some extra lines to this medium-sized airplane. So great job, Kelly. Thank you. And then these are the 2 that I've created. The first one was my contribution, one of my contributions to this swap, using the beautiful set. So I had the pecan pie for my body, and gray granite for my wings, engine cover, and then I used basic gray for my propeller. I did stamp the metallic bits of what the plain fuselage would look like in a stamp off over the label, and then of course You're the Best. And as I said, I have mine with the pattern facing up on my industrial trinkets, and then on the inside I just added a little one, the smallest plane flying over a little cloud. And happiest Father's Day. This is one that I did for a card tutorial swap. Believe it or not, we do those too. Just gives us some different ways. And I love this paper so much. And this was based off of a sketch. So again, I used the same industrial trinket with the more pattern side. Oh, yes, it is amazing, Jen. I love this set. I did blend with the boho blue to give us a bit of a sky effect, but not like super deep and not all over every bit. So you got white or much lighter bits shining through. And I did stamp off the clouds on there. And then on the inside, it's pretty much the same, only with a little extra strip of that DSP as my other card for this suite. And I love this suite. I knew instantly I needed it. Okay, our next swaps is another mega suite. And this mega suite is the Country Woods suite. It's actually the most expensive suite in the new catalog, $152.25 for the whole suite. Comes with 2 bundles, 2 sets of designer series paper, 2 different embellishments. That's where that petal pink and white striped ribbon is coming from. And so we have the Country Bird House, which is my favorite, and that's that eyelet embossing folder. And I did pre-stamp it with you guys on camera. If you'd like to go watch all of those, I have everything that I was able to pre-order that I chose to pre-order. I've done the die cutting and pre-stamping on them, and some of them I made cards and some of them I haven't yet. And then of course the Country Flowers, which I really haven't played with yet, other than doing that the die cutting and stamping the images on paper with. So that's actually, I'm kind of debating if that's going to be my make and take class for May. All right, let's look at the cards that other people made with these. One of them is mine. Okay, this one is from Rubber Fanatics. I love that name, Melissa Davies. That is great. And she used the postal dies, and then it looks like she it's white. So did she look probably used the craft, and she also did tone on tone with the splotches, and then again with the white craft on the for the flowers and stuff around it. She did use the Unbounded Love die to get this label, and then we have these little bits that are a part of that suite with the birdhouse one, and then just a little bit of this twine that is carrying over from the hot air balloon suite that we had in the mini catalog. Great job, Melissa. And all the other cards are focusing on the country flowers portion, except for mine. And look at this, that pretty in pink with that eyelet lace embossing folder. That is so fun and pretty. Great job on your banner cuts. And then nice coloring again. It looks like she used some very light of the peach pie maybe, although I guess it could be petal pink, and then pretty in pink for sure, and maybe some flirty flamingo, and created that little bucket. And then we have the pretty in pink bordered ribbon die. There is, it looks like a black or maybe early espresso, very micro layer behind it on the, oh, this is Dina Rico from the Creativity Cave. She always makes such great things. And then of course the deckled circle right there. Good job, Dina. All right, here's another one. And again, that eyelet, this is going to be a very popular embossing folder, I can tell you. It's on more cards than the ones that feature this suite, but this is the designer series paper that comes in that suite. And this is actually one of my favorite ones. I actually did a card using this with the cows. Let me quick get it. All right. So that's the one where I use that same paper, but I used it with the cutest cows. All right, so this one is Jen Charles, BFF Stampers. What a fun name too. And she used the same, but look how different they look, right? Oh, and this has rhinestones, and this has the smoky slate and gray granite pearls. But so even the way they colored the buckets is a little bit different, and the way she colored the flowers is different, you know. And then she did use the ribbon embellishment that comes with this suite, that but she used the petal pink. Everyone we've seen so far has been the basic white with the stripes, and so that's pretty awesome. Thank you, Jen. And then we have Melanie Coverston, and she used the petunia pop with that eyelet lace. And then on the back underneath on the card base, she did some stamping in the basic beige. And instead of using the milk jug, she used the teapot. But she did use the flowers, and looks like linen thread. and those shimmer, in color shimmer gems for this one. Good job, Melissa. And then this is the card I did where I was casing the catalog using the birdhouse. I didn't do anything on the inside, but that's those smoky slate and beige, not beige, gray granite pearls. And I did use the blends to color all that in. And so that is another fun set that I love already. Okay, so this is the set that you can only get if you went to on stage and went to the after hours crafting event and chose this as your bundle, which is the Spotlight on Nature bundle. There were 3 bundles to choose from. This was one of the more popular ones. So was the country flowers. Right now my dies are in use, but here are I don't even have my stamped images in here. Oops. Yeah, well, all right. Well, let's look at the cards. All right, this one is from Sharon Boke. Anyways, she did stamping and paper, which is really awesome. And so it looks like she fussy cut these. So she stamped the whole thing in Shy Shamrock, colored it in, but she also stamped it in Peach Pie. So we're doing tone on tone. And behind that is probably Calypso Coral. And then Shy Shamrock is our card base. And she used 2 of those circle dies that come with the Spotlight on Nature. This is another one that's going to be very popular. I expect I would have seen more of these before if it had been part of the regular pre-order. But I imagine there's going to be a number of them. Thank you, Sharon. All right, this one is no name. So they did not share who they are. I don't know if that means they were an angel stamper or what, but they did use the glimmer paper from that first suite, Unbounded Beauty. I'm not sure. That might be the designer series paper from it, or it might be from the in color designer series paper. And then of course she used the Petunia Pop. We have the deckled rectangles. This die came from that the Spotlight on Nature dies, and that thanks is also a part of it. So good job. Thank you. And look at this butterfly. It's so pretty. All right. So she did use the 6x6 designer series paper, and she is Sharon Book again. Oh, wow. She did 2 cards in this one. Nice. And then that's the glimmer paper again with the Shy Shamrock. And she did use the same die in the larger piece. From the Spotlight on Nature. And this is that pretty butterfly that she used the blends to color in. And then she used the leaves with tone on tone for this Summer Splash card base. Good job. These were the cards that we did at the after hours. So we used watercolors and made Dear Friend, this with the butterfly and thanks. And then this one, and then one more thing I'm going to show you. I have not done this one on camera, but this is my own creation. I did use the country lace paper from the Country Woods Suite collection to 3 different sheets of it. And then I did that stamp with the die and did the blends, and I did use the shimmer gems, the in color shimmer gems, and then that fun little butterfly, and stamped the thanks right onto the designer series paper with a hidden little panel of basic white on the inside. So those are the cards I have with that suite so far. And I predict it's going to be a popular one. All right. So let's not have a little avalanche of cards. There we go. Go back. Our next one is a bundle. We've gone through all the suites that were available. And the Seaside Wishes was also fairly popular in this card swap. We'll see how it goes when we get further along, but I did stamp them out. I did do die cutting, and it is a hybrid embossing folder, and all of that fun. Get lots of texture on these there. That's a better look. Okay. Put that away. And look at the 3 cards we got with the Seaside Wishes. Amy Rich is the one who designed this card, and she also used the everyday details. This is not just a straight, basic card base. So I want to look at it. Oh, it's a Z fold. Ooh, look at that. And she also used the Country Woods Designer Series paper that came from that. And then this was with the embossing folder, and the hybrid one. So it's embossed and die cut at the same time. And same with the sand dollar. And it looks like these might be the iridescent gems that came with the Just Kidding suite. Oh, and look at this. So this is basic beige, one of the new core colors we got. And she stamped on this tone on tone with the sunflowers and the not sunflowers, sand dollars. What the heck, Michelle? With the sand dollars and the stars. And and then it looks like no, that was just stamping. So fantastic job, Amy. I love it. This is also on basic beige, which honestly is probably the most perfect color for this bundle. And this time she just used the embossing folder. There was no cutting out of the sand dollars. They're just raised with the embossing. I'm not 100% where those gems are from, but she also used that Country Woods paper underneath for this little border. She did use the basic beige bordered ribbon. You absolutely made my day. And this is a Rachel Trout again. And this one is from Linda Cullen. I usually like her cards, and this is definitely no exception. She did use that specialty paper from the Thoughtful Journeys suite. So you can get a better look at it here because there's a more solid piece of it there. And then she used tone on tone, stamping the sand dollars on the paper. And then we have some Calypso coral, which actually is pretty good, especially if you're doing, more of a Florida beach. I'm more of the Oregon beach, and there's not a lot of Calypso coral in Oregon Beach, except for maybe crabs. Crabs, I can see crabs having Calypso coral once they're cooked, anyways. But nice banner cut with what are those? I don't remember. It's not the nesting ones, but anyways, these are some of the standalone dies that we have. And then she die cut the 2 pieces. This big one is actually from the Thoughtful Journeys bundle. And then she did use the die cut the embossed sand dollar there as well. And she's using that trio pearl. Good job, Linda. All right, Layers of Beauty is our next one, and this one is kind of a 3-piece bundle. Yeah, 3-piece bundle. That's what we'll say. So it has dies, it has stamps, and it has masks. And so there is the stamped bits and the die cut bits. Okay. Let's get that out of the way and grab our 2 cards with that. I had one with it. I wonder where that one went. How funny. Well, at some point I'll bring it back out, but I do have a video on the one I did. Oh, and look, she used that same paper from the Country Woods DSP that I love so much. This reminds me so much of an Oregon beach building where it has been weathered and that fun turquoisey paint that's faded. She also used the pearlized gems, and she used the petal pink striped ribbon, and so she stamped the image, and then she used the masks to create this beautiful coloring work on it with looks like peach pie and shy shamrock on espresso. And this is from Ink and Stamp, Michelle Hornback. And this one is from Janice Waitman. And she just stamped it and die cut it. She did not use the masks. And then she also used the 6x6 in color designer series paper and the in color matte gems. And then she did use this fun little sentiment and die cut that comes with this one. And then it looks like some baker's twine. All right. This next one, I'm ashamed to admit, but I have misplaced temporarily my bundle. All I have is to show you is the die cuts where I did the stamps and dies and then the just straight die cuts. I've been looking for it for since Thursday. And then I have two cards with this one, this bundle. One of them is from Linda Cullen, craftystampin.com. And she used again this, I think it's the, oh, wow, let me see. Does she say? Da, da, da. The Country Lace designer series paper and the circles embossing folder, the dotted circles. I think this is the first time I've seen the dotted circles on a card so far. And then of course this fun, and these are the little walruses. I don't know what plural for walruses is. And then she used the smoky slate and gray granite pearls. And then on the inside, it looks like that. Very good job, Linda. I love getting your cards whenever you're in a swap. And then Janice Waitman also used the walruses and these fun hearts and petunia pop. And I'm not 100% sure. Oh, look, she told us too. Isn't it nice when they tell you? Full of life. Oh, okay. So I've not been able to show you the Full of Life DSP yet because we couldn't pre-order it. The only people who have access to this are ones who received it at On Stage as one of their make and take, or not make and takes, the prize patrol. I received the Unbounded Love DSP for mine, and my sister received the duck one. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that's like 100% on my list to get, and will be here this week. So I was able to show you the duck paper, but that's the only one I was able to show you. So Full of Life is going to be fun designer series paper. It's 6x6 as well. And then she used Petunia Pop for her coloring and the matte gems. So good job, Janice. All right. This is also a bundle called The Loveliest Tree. And it's a fairly simple bundle, but it's a nice one. And it has this stamps, and these are the die cuts that go with it. Okay. And again, all of these I showed you guys on camera in a video, how they stamp and you know the die cuts and everything. Judy Anderson did this one, and so she created her own kind of designer series paper with tone on tone. Actually, this looks like Mossy Meadow ink on Old Olive, and then the Mossy Meadow matte layer. So not quite tone on tone, but certainly in the monochrome. And I think that's Mossy Meadow ink there. And then she had one single brushed brass butterfly, all on a basic beige card base. Good job, Judy. This one's a little different. So they're both perfectly appropriate. This would be more fall, that would be more spring, maybe getting into summer. And she, well, maybe he, we don't have a name on this one. There was 3 of them that didn't come with a name, so I'm sorry. I would love to be able to credit you. This one used the eyelet embossing folder from the Country Woods Suite. And then it looks like early espresso, or this might actually be pecan pie, and that's early espresso, the matte layer. And then they used the basic white of the petal pink and white striped ribbon. And this tree is up on dimensionals, so you have nice shadow coming in there and all of that. And that is from The Loveliest Tree. All right. This was one I was not planning on getting. I didn't get it in the beginning. But I saw some cards and that made me go like, okay. And I didn't actually get any cards with this in this swap. Maybe I will in the next one. I had 3 different swaps in the next one, so I'll have more cards in a week or so. And that's how they stamp, and that's how they die cut. And this is the card. This was my second card for this set of swaps that I created. So I used that 6x6 designer series paper, and then I stamped, and I actually cheated. I used my scan and cut. I stamped a whole 12x12 sheet of these, and use my scan and cut to cut them out. There are dies that do it, but if you're making 21 cards with 2 of those on each of them, it's a lot faster to use your scan and cut. And then this is the Spotlight on Nature dies. And I used all of the in colors plus the basic beige, and then a little bottle with a little plant on the inside. And for me, that would be like sparkling water since I don't do the alcohol stuff. But one of the things that I saw it on stage that made me crack up like nobody's business with this suite or this bundle was there was one with that shopping cart full of these bottles all nicely placed, and then there was another one, like the after show, with them all upside down and completely chaos. That was hilarious. Okay. So the next one uses the Under the Moon stamp set. This is just a stamp set, a standalone stamp set. And this card is from Karen Braxton. And she did use the Thoughtful Journeys designer series paper. And then, of course, did her stamping here. And this is the postage dies for the happy birthday label. And that's a very light blue. I'm not sure if I remember which embellishments those are. Those aren't brand new embellishments, but it's all good. And then she's pulling in the colors from the paper into her scene where she used the water stamp and she used the sun stamp and of course the dolphins, all 3 of them on this beautiful card with the Blackberry Bliss. So good job, Karen. And then in Sunday's video, I used both of these sets plus a sentiment from the Seaside Wishes to make this card. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. So I've got my moon, I got my clouds, I got my mountains, and then I have my birch grove right here. And this is also a stamp set, just a standalone. This is a background stamp. I, of course, did stamp it on some basic white for us so we can see. And this was given to us as prize patrol. This was an everybody gets one, Oprah kind of prize patrol. Okay. And this is from Davida Lepke. And look at that. So she did tone on tone with Shy Shamrock on Shy Shamrock. This is the Unbounded Love die. So is that. And then this stamp is from the Thoughtful Journey. What is it called in the actual stamps? One moment. Thoughtful Wishes? Yes, Thoughtful Wishes stamp. And possibly the happy birthday came from that, but it doesn't look like it. It probably came from the Unbounded Love. But she stamped the entire image in that Shy Shamrock, and then she used the blends to add color. And of course, we have that fun petunia pop bordered ribbon. And then I think these were probably rhinestones that she used the blends to color in the petunia pop, all on a petunia pop card base. All right, one last little bit of cards, and these are kind of a hodgepodge of things, but all of them are using specifically that 6x6 designer series paper. That's what makes them, like each other or more alike each other. Oh, that one's not designer series paper, but anyways. So we have Unbounded Love, we have the Summer Splash bordered ribbon, we have 2 different versions of the designer series paper, and then we have the eyelet embossing folder. And this one is from Leslie Bumgarner, and great job. And then this one is from Melanie Coverston again. And I did something similar with one of my cards where I used one of each color, different patterns of the paper, but I had mine going kind of like this. And then she used the dotted circles embossing folder, and then we have basic beige as the main color from the cardstock, but we also have the Summer Splash matte layer. And of course, this is our modern oval punch, which is carrying over, and our matte in color gems. Good job, Melanie. And then this one is handmade for you by Cheryl Snowy. Awesome, Cheryl. And this one actually doesn't use the designer series paper, but she used a strip of each paper. So what she did is she took some basic white, she glued a strip of each color in rainbow order, it looks like. and then emboss the whole thing with the dotted circles. And then we have two of the Spotlight on Nature dies, as well as that stamp came from it, and the thanks came from it, all on Petunia Pop with those shimmer gems in the in colors. Good job, Cheryl. All right, that's really all the cards I have to show you today. So hopefully you've seen some things, got some ideas, made some decisions about things that you must have. May 1st is when it all starts, unless you're a demo, and then you can still get all the pre-order stuff now. You can't get the Spotlight on Nature now, but or the Joy paper, Joy, the Full of Life paper, designer series paper. So those are the two things I showed you today that you can't get until May 1st. But otherwise, that's what we got, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Wednesday for our regular video. And with any luck at all, keep your fingers crossed for me. With any luck at all, I'll have the May card class designed and ready to go, and we'll show that. And I may end up doing 2 videos on Monday, because I want to do a catalog walkthrough as well. But we'll see how things go, how busy the regular job is. But we shall see. Thank you again for joining me. This has been Harmony Stamps with Michelle. I'm Michelle Barnes, coming to you from Pueblo, Colorado, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Have a fantastic rest of your day.